Hi guys, this is Crossy of Eclipse Gaming TV and welcome to another NBA 2K16 rebuilding video, my second attempt at this. And shout out to CSB on YouTube, who's just hit over 100,000 subscribers, and he's been my big inspiration for these rebuilding videos. So trust me, if you want to see someone do it properly, then check out his channel CSB on YouTube. So I'm going to have a go at this, see how I get on. The last one was the 76ers, and we did alright with that one. So let's go to the next team in the list, and I'm going to have a bit of a go at rebuilding the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, going to go with this, going to try and do it in 3 seasons, mainly because it's going to get quite dull after that if I don't manage to pull it off. I could just call it quits, and I'm not much of an editor as far as videos go, so yeah, I'm not going to try and edit this down and make it more enjoyable. I'm sorry about that, guys. I really need to learn that eventually. Right, let's get everything on auto. And let's get into this. Right, so load the draft class. So this seems to be the top one, 120,000 downloads. So let's go with that. I've used it a few times. That's the mock draft we're going to be using. So Ben Simmons is going to be available to get picked up, and let's have a look at the team that we're starting with. So Giannis, the Greek Freak, is the only player that is going to be sticking around, I would say, out of this team. Everyone else can pretty much move on potentially. Chris Middleton's not a bad shooting guard, 81. Let's see what his potential is like. Is he going to develop very much? Well, maybe, I don't know. But aside from that, there's some room to move some pieces around. Michael Carter-Williams, a player that I'm a fairly big fan of. I've used him in 2K games before, and it's a shame that he's only 76 overall. He hasn't developed quite as well as I would have liked, so we're going to need to get ourselves a more elite player there potentially. And then we've got Jabari Parker, 78 overall, with his potential, A- potential. He'd be a player that if you were thinking of building quite a long series, you could keep around, but potentially going to be a half decent trade piece for me. We shall see. So now look at who we got in free agency. Who can I pick up? We've got Mario Chalmers, Larry Sanders, both there, centre and point guard, both 76 overall. So maybe an option to think about if I need a backup. Miles Plumlee, 73 overall, is currently the backup centre. I know, and John Henson. So 2 players here that aren't great as such. Greg Monroe, I don't know. So I've got a bit of work to do here. So straight away, let's see what we can get for Chris Middleton, 81 overall shooting guard. See if anything half decent comes up. 57 million he's on as well, so it could be a good one to try and move on. Let's see what kind of deals we get. Ricky Rubio, improvement on MCW. Just his cancer at centre. That's a tempting one. Maybe I could move on. Again, look at the money he's on. Dion Wade to 73 for Jared Bayless. Don't really want Boris Diaw. Tobias Harris, small forward, but we've got Giannis, we don't need him. Eric Gordon at shooting guard, maybe. Montelis, now that's tempting. And Johnny O'Brien. Rodney Stuckey gives me a good backup. Might go for that. Kenneth Reed. Again, we're kind of sorted at power forward though. Victor Oladipo. Yeah, I might go with that. John Clarkson would be tempting. Run him at point guard, but I don't really want Roy Hibbert. And then I've got to find a shooting guard somewhere as well. Rudy Gay, 80 overall, 29. Small forward, again, a position we don't need. Nick Batum, position we don't need. Jeff Teague, point guard. Mike Conley. Ah, right, okay, I'm going to have to think about this. I think that's going to be the best option that we got. Got to try and find another shooting guard from somewhere, but who else was I looking at? Victor Oladipo. Mike Conley, why not? Because there is no way that we're going to end up winning the championship if we haven't got an elite point guard, and Mike Conley, a great player, 83 overall, could develop a bit as well, potentially, you know, only 28, so maybe not. Right, okay, so that's point guard and small forward sorted, but what have we got as shooting guard? OJ Mayo, 71 overall, so I'm going to have to try and make a move there. Greg Monroe, I'm not a huge fan of Greg Monroe, so maybe if if I can move him on. Try and get myself a half-decent shooting guard out of this. J.R. Smith, maybe DeAndre What? You're giving me DeAndre Jordan or Derek Favors? Well, I don't need Favors. But for Greg Monroe, really? Huge contract, I know, but... Or Dwight Howard. You give me Dwight Howard, Joe Bayless. Dwight Howard could be tempting, but I'll have to re-sign him next year. Tyson Chandler, good pick. To be honest, I'm going to have to go with this. If they're dangling DeAndre Jordan at me and a first round pick, yeah, thank you very much. Right, okay, so we're looking alright here. So we've got centre, small forward, point guard. I'm kind of happy with Jabari Parker at power forward, so I've just got to try and find now a shooting guard. So maybe Michael Carter-Williams I can move on. And I can pick up Mario Chalmers as backup point guard. Potentially. Let's see who we can get here. Looking for a shooting guard. Isaiah Kanan, no, not too keen on that one. Tim Hoyer Jr. Ken Blazemore though. Josh Richardson at shooting guard. 75 overall. Might have to be the route I go unless I can find something else. Jordan Clarkson would be tempting as a backup, but it's a shooting guard that I need here. Monte Ellis, yeah, alright, that's pretty much a done deal. CJ Miles, unless anyone else comes up. Terrence Ross, Demo, Cameron Payne. Well, again, it's another one of those. I can't tear it down. I'm a big Monte Ellis fan. You know, I'm a Golden State Warriors fan, and when I first started really getting into NBA again, it was Monte Ellis that was playing alongside Steph Curry for the Warriors. So we've got a couple of players in the 80s. We've got Jordan, Giannis, Mike Conley, Monte Ellis at shooting guard, and then we've got Jabari Parker at power forward, so he's going to develop a bit as well. So we've got Henson as our backup, CJ Miles as our backup small forward, don't mind that. Jared Bayless, I'm not a huge fan of. We've got too many point guards here, I think, so let's try and work out some players I can get rid of. I could do with offloading a point guard or two. Shooting guard, I'm looking alright. Small forward, I've got 4. Don't really need 4 small forwards, so can I move someone on? And my backup shooting guard's Rashad Vaughn, so maybe some work needs to happen there. 3 centres I don't really need. Birdman. So let's see if I can move on 1 or 2 of these point guards and get a better backup shooting guard. And then I think we are pretty much done. So Jared Bayless and Grievous Vasquez, what can I get for these two? Mainly looking for shooting guards. Waders might have to be the way to go. Ooh. It's a tempting move. Backup shooting guard, backup point guard. Who else have I got in this? Like Jody Meeks. Let's have it. A couple of backups. Paddy Mills and Gerald Green. Not Gerald Green, Danny Green, sorry. Okay, and then I think I'm pretty happy with what we got here. Let's have a look. See what kind of rotation we got. So we've got Conley at the point, we've got Monte Ellis, Giannis, Jabari Parker, and DeAndre Jordan. CJ Miles, Mills, Henson, Green. Great, okay, so 9-man rotation, and I'm kind of happy with that. 80s and 70s, so not a bad way to start this season off with. See what we can pick up in the off season. So I'm going to simulate straight through. Might have a chance to make a play on LeBron James, and then we can move the Greek Freak to power forward. Second in the conference so far as we get into December, so not looking too bad. 15-8. I think we're going to get into the playoffs first year at least. That'll be exciting. Record's taking a bit of a slip. And now we're doing alright. We've got an offer here. Jabari Parker for Zach Randolph. Tempting, because Randall's getting old. No. I'm sure he's on a big contract as well. No, definitely don't want that. David Lee. Is he on a big contract? No, he's not on a big contract. Jeremy Evans they're trying to get rid of. Well, neither of these boys I really want to keep around. So let's go with that. That's a bit of an upgrade. So is David Lee going to get any minutes, though? He's going to get some minutes. He's 7th man. He's our new backup power forward. And who was playing that position? It would have been probably Evans. So, yeah, backup power forward picked up there. Thank you very much. So, no, let's not offload there. And that's the trade deadline out the way. 4th in the conference, 3rd in the division. So get a roll in the playoffs. Nice little run. 10 in a row. 13-14 is the win streak before we eventually lose to the Jazz. So nice little charge. Try and get ourselves the best seed possible. And that's the first season over with. So Steph Curry gets MVP. 31 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. Hardly any blocks. Karl Anthony Towns gets Rookie of the Year with 16 points, 10 rebounds. Joakim Noah with the 6th man, 10 points, 10 rebounds. Anthony Davis gets Defensive Player of the Year, 10 rebounds, 2.4 blocks, 21 points a game. And it's Bojan Bogdanovic gets Most Improved. Steve Kerr gets Coach of the Year with a 66-16 record. So let's have a look at the teams. Probably not going to get too much going here. No one in those teams, but we've got DeAndre Jordan gets all defensive first team. And that is pretty much it. So let's get to it then. First season into the playoffs, I believe, and we've got the 2nd seed as we take on the Atlanta Hawks. So let's see what team the Hawks have got. I'd like to do a rebuild of the Hawks pretty soon. Paul Millsap is injured just about. Jeff Teague and Dennis Schroeder, 2 point guards. Kyle Korver, top shooting guard. So this is a team you'd think that we should be beating. Let's make sure we've got no injuries before we go into this. So we've got Conley, Monte Ellis, Giannis, Joe Parker and DeAndre Jordan. Henson's hot as 6th man. Interesting. Right, let's get into this then. Let's see how we get on. So we come through, and I think I've left something on automatic, so I can't do it game by game, but we came through in 7 games as we now take on the Heat. Can I change that in the settings? Automation, yeah, I can. So if I take off game participation, the manual, so it should now let me, yeah, okay. So against the Heat, let's see how we get on here. Who have the Heat got? D-Wade, Chris Bosh, Hassan Whiteside, who's injured, and that's going to be a bit of a help, leaving Amari Stoudemire playing centre for him. Luol Deng still kicking around. Goran Dragic running the point. So they have got a good team. Probably better than ours. All in all, they've got more 80s in the mix. It's going to help, though. We've got to capitalise with Hassan Whiteside out, and we take a 2-0 lead. I get pegged back to 2-1. 2-all now. 3-2. Can we get ourselves in? Yes, we can, and we win it in 6 against the Heat. Let's take a quick look at the box score in that last game. So Luol Deng went huge for the Heat, but it's Monte Ellis for us. 25 rebounds for DeAndre Jordan. Come on, man, that's ridiculous. 8 assists for Conley and 6 assists for Giannis. 7 rebounds, 11 points. So a real team player, team effort there. So we've got the Cleveland Cavaliers. Going to be squaring off against LeBron James, who is going to be available in free agency. I'm half tempted to pick him up. So got you got to know this team though: LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson at centre, and with Mozgov as backup, J.R. Smith. So I'm thinking we might be in a bit of trouble here, but who knows? You never know. Could be a chance to win this in one. So we've got Conley, we've got Ellis. Everyone's in good shape. Okay, let's do this. So we lose the first game, lose the second, lose the third, and we are probably going to get swept. Yeah, okay, so swept by the Cavaliers, and it's them against the Warriors, and the Cavaliers end up taking it in 7 games. So at least we got knocked out by the eventual winners, and I'm fairly pleased that we managed to get to the conference finals in our first season. So that gives us something to build on, and let's see what we can do in free agency, etc. So simulate through the rookie sign-in. Got Jan Eklund we picked up in the draft, the point guard. Now I've had him before in my Suns playthrough on my GM, and he does develop into a good player going forward, but we want Giannis, Johnny O'Brien I'm not so fussed about, but we want Jabari Parker coming back for sure, so let's do that. Right, so LeBron James isn't going to be available. He's accepted a deal from Cleveland, but we do have the option for Paul Gasol, Dwight Howard, Giannis is coming back to us, DeMar DeRozan, who I've also had in the past, so he is going to be a good pickup. He's going to be who I'm gunning for. So offer extended, and we're going to be keeping Mike Conley, or trying to keep Mike Conley. Let's see if I can bring him back though. Be the plan. So Mike Conley's in here. We want to get him back if we can. See how we're getting on with that offer. Yeah, that puts us top. That's cool. Right, so we've got Drummond available. Got Hassan Whiteside available. Let's see, so we've got DeAndre, Giannis, Monte Ellis. I'm going to try and bring back Mike Conley. So let's see how we get on with that. Aside from that, I don't know who else we can really look to pick up. I can maybe get Kobe, backup shooting guard. Get rid of Danny Green. Yeah, I might throw a little offering for Kobe. 3 years, 26. We're offering for Kobe. That puts us top. Who else could we maybe think about getting? Well, Mike Conley we're going for. Darker power forward we don't need. Centre we're good. Michael Beasley, 77 overall. Backup. No, I've got David Lee, so I think I'm good on that front as well. Right, let's see how we get on. So Mike Conley, Kobe Bryant want to come. Science player brings us over the limit. Ooh, right, okay. Well, I'm not going to be able to pick up Kobe then, so let's go through. Load of 2017 draft class. See counts available. Not sure what this really does for us going forward, but let's do it anyway. So Giannis is sticking around, so let's get him some big man offense help. And then let's also go for combo guard for Mike Conley. Give him a little boost. Everything helps. Right, okay. So let's see what we're looking at for this next season. We're going to need to try and make some moves. So we've got Conley, Ellis, Greek Freak, Jabari Parker, who's leveled up a couple of points, and we've got DeAndre Jordan. So who's still sitting around in free agency? Probably no one worth looking at, and that's exactly right. Now, what kind of move can I make? Can I get anything for Eklund? Got good potential going forward, but we're only going to be running this for a couple of seasons. I can get Shumpert, small upgrade instead of Danny Green, who's on quite a big contract. Derek Williams, small forward. Larry Sanders, Austin Rivers, point guard. No. I think I'm going to grab Shumpert. Yeah, Eklund on the go. Small upgrade at backup shooting guard. And what can I get also for CJ Miles, just out of interest? If I bundle Shumpert and Miles together. See if anything exciting crops up. Cena Adams, well, no, we don't need anyone at centre. Decent backup maybe, but then... no, nothing there. How about just CJ Miles? Nothing remotely interesting here. How about Henson? Just make sure that I'm not missing out on any big deals. Brandon Wright, no. J.R. Smith, no. Oh, we haven't got David Lee. How did that happen? I thought he was got a 2-year deal. Okay, well, maybe I need to think about who I've got a backup then. Conley, Ellis. Now, what have we got? So, small forward backup. Yeah, we could do with a better power forward. So, let's see who I can pick up in free agency that's better than 73. Probably nobody. In fact, no, definitely nobody. Alright. So, Paddy Mills go playing backup point. Just on the hunt for a better power forward, but nothing is really cropping up. Quincy Acey, tempting. Gotta love a bit of Quincy Acey. I watched a YouTube video on him, and he was, I think he was rated the most average player in the NBA or something like that, or best value for money average player or something like that. So, see if I can make any upgrades just for Josh Smith. Devoy Allen, no. Okay. Well, in that case then, let's sim to the trade deadline, see how we get on. And then maybe I can look to pick someone up then. What a terrible trade that is. Come on, guys. Andre Goodell and Maurice Spates, no. Just terrible trade offers. But the only thing that's more terrible is our record. This isn't going well. Kevin Love for Jabari Parker. Oh, no, that's tempting. If this was a long-term series, I would be tempted to keep him, but we're giving away our backup centre as well. Screw it, I'm going for it. I'm taking a gamble. So have we got us back up to DeAndre? Nobody. Alright, well, let's see. If I can get something slightly better. Mitch McGarry. Yep, you'll do. So Mitch McGarry is now our backup centre. Let's see how we do with Kevin Love in the team. CJ Miles for Thomas. No, don't see any value in that. Alex Burks and Monte Ellis. Tempting. Let's have a look at this. Overall shooting guard. 3-year deal. A lot younger. Yep. Okay. And then while we're here, let's just see really quickly if I can flip. Oh, Kevin Love's injured. Day to day though, so nothing too much to worry about there. Let's see if I can flip Alec Burks for anyone better. Really, really unlikely, but Avery Bradley and Chris Dunn. Alright, Gordon. I'm going to take that. Get rid of that big contract as well for Avery Bradley, who I prefer to Alex Burks. So that's, all in all, not a bad little deal. Little double trade going on there. So we've got Conley, Bradley, Giannis, and then we've got Josh Smith playing at power forward. That's a temporary thing until we get Kevin Love back, and Shumpert's out long term as well. So there's our backup. How long have we got Shumpert out for? Oh, day to day. Okay, so he's nearly back as well, which is cool. So let's see if we can put a run together, because this is shocking. I don't know if we're even in a position to make the playoffs here. I don't think we are. So we're going to need one of those runs, like a 11-12 run or 12 game run of wins. Jody Meeks, no thank you. Mike Conley, no, I think I'll keep Conley, thanks. And Jay Crowder, oh god, that's so tempting. No, I've got Giannis, so I don't need to. Right, okay, let's keep Jordan. Hazonia for Giannis. What? I mean, some of the trades that you get in 2K, it's ridiculous. I mean, why would you want to take half of these? So let's skip through the trade deadline. We've got ourselves first in the division, third in the conference. So these moves that I've been making, they seem to be positive ones, and maybe we're going to be slightly better going forward. Right, so let's go through, simulate through to the end of the season. Our second season, our second bite of the cherry. And we get ourselves, oh no, down to fourth. Okay, so season's over. Good little run in the end. Picked it up and got ourselves from 15th to 4th, I think it was overall, which is good. I think we're first in the conference, so we should be getting a good seed going forward. Kevin Durant gets MVP standard, 26 points, 7 assists and 9 rebounds with 2 blocks and 1.5 steals. Scal Labissiere gets 20 points, 9 rebounds, almost an assist a game, and 1 steal, 2 blocks as Rookie of the Year. Brandon Knight gets 6th Man of the Year, 16 points and 7 assists behind, I'm guessing, Eric Bledsoe. DeAndre Jordan this time gets Defensive Player of the Year, 14 rebounds, 2.4 blocks and 10 points a game. What a beast. John Wall, Most Improved Player, a player that I like a hell of a lot in NBA. And Billy Donovan gets Coach of the Year with the Thunder. So not expecting too much here again, apart from Andre Drummond gets into the second team. DeAndre Jordan gets all defensive first team. And that is it for us. Okay, so into the playoffs we go. Over towards the right side, and we are at 4th seed against the Charlotte Hornets. Now come on, we've got to be beating the Hornets, right? Kemba Walker, Kid Gilchrist, Nick Batum's crocked, so that's going to help us out a little bit. Marvin Williams, yeah, okay. I mean, our team have got to be better than that as long as we've got no injuries. So we've got Mike Conley, who's hot, perfect timing. Shumpert in at shooting guard. So does that mean that Avery Bradley? No, he's been knocked down. Okay, fair enough. So we've got Shumpert, got Giannis, got Kevin Love, who is also hot, and DeAndre Jordan. Avery Bradley coming off the bench at the moment. Is that right? Is that the way you're playing it? No, okay, so Bradley's back in. Gets a starting role. Chris Dunn not getting any minutes, the young rookie point guard. So we win the first game. Win the second. Charlotte pull one back. 3-1. Are we going to make it 4-1? Yes, we are. Nice and comfortable. So Kevin Love going huge. 28 points, 17 rebounds. I knew I got him for a reason. Avery Bradley with 18. Mike Conley 16 points with 7 assists. Okay. So let's get into it, and we are taking on the Toronto Raptors, who got the first seed. Wow, okay. Little bit of a challenge for us here then. So let's have a look at the Raptors. They've got DeMar DeRozan, who stuck around in the end. Jonas Valanciunas. They've got Corey Joseph at the point. Kyle Lowry, he's crocked. He's out for the season. That's going to help us out no end for sure. Jody Meeks, shooting guard. So again, we're pretty much matched on centre. DeMar DeRozan's going to cause this trouble, but generally we've got a better team without Lowry. So we win the first game. We win the second. We win the third. Come on, the sweep. And we do sweep. Let's see, Kevin Love again leading the way. 25 points, 10 rebounds. DeAndre Jordan, 20 points and 22 rebounds. Wow, this team is really coming to play. DeMar DeRozan, I don't know what happened. 8 assists, only 9 points, so he did not show up for that game. And here we are against a team that took us out last time. Now, have they improved? Have we improved? Well, they've got Jabari Parker, who they took off us for Kevin Love, so we've got a slight edge there. Kyrie Irving, bit of a beast, so he's got the edge on Conley, and we've got LeBron James. Aside from that, though, Tristan Thompson, Jeremy Lin, backup point, and they've got Ty Lawson, so they've got 2 backup point guards, and they're not a whole lot as far as depth goes, so we have the advantage on depth, if nothing else. So we've got Conley, Bradley, DeAndre Jordan, who's tired, but he's also running hot. Kevin Love back in, despite his injury, so we've got the better start. But our bench unit is pretty much the same, mid-70s. So let's see how we get on here in this next round. So winner of this is probably going to be taking on the Thunder. See how we do. So we win the first. They bring it back. They get the third game. We bring it back even, 2-2. And they take us out in 6 games, and they go through to take on the Clippers. And the Clippers end up winning. What? How? Who have the Clippers got? What's happening here? So Chris Paul, yeah, expected. Blake Griffin, Marcin Gortat, Greg Monroe, JJ Redick. How has that team taken the Thunder out in 4 games? Not the Thunder, sorry. So they're taking out the Thunder in 6. They're taking out the Cavaliers in a sweep in the I can't put that into words. I don't know quite how that's happened. But Blake Griffin gets the Finals MVP. Wow, crazy times. That is absolutely ridiculous. I'm skipping through the draft because I'm thinking we're probably not going to pick up anyone particularly worthwhile. We do get Grayson Allen, and again, I've had him in my Sun series, and he's a right pain. He complains like crazy when he's not getting minutes in my GM. Good player though, good shooter, so he could be someone worth keeping around. So we're going to keep Rashad Vaughn, Mitch McGarry. We are not going to keep Josh Smith though, so let's get rid of him. Seems fine to me. Blake Griffin's going to be available to us. Chris Paul, Carl Anthony Towns not going to be available, but Kyle Lowry is. So we got Croc last time around. Qualifying offers to Giannis and Johnny O'Brien. Let's get Giannis back on board. I'll try to. Yeah, can't see what we've got there. So let's see. Paddy Mills. Do we want him back as a backup? Yeah, I think we do. Let's offer him a contract. Not too worried about the rest. So let's see. So Paddy Mills has accepted. Giannis is thinking about his offers. How are we matching up compared to the other offers? Ah, well, there aren't many other offers, so that's all right. So who can we get? Kyle Lowry, CJ McCollum, Kyle Lowry. I don't think I've got any cap space. I don't think I can make a move on anyone. Celtics are top on Lowry. Yeah, I can't pick him up. Got CJ McCollum. Can I Derek Rose? No. Noel? No. So there's no one here that I can really pick up. Okay, so I can match Giannis' contract. So yeah, I am definitely going to do that. Thank you very much. Let's bring back Paddy Mills. Let's bring back Paddy Mills. He does accept in the end. Right, okay. So there's no one else really that I want to be picking up. Let's advance to the next season. Final season then. Let's see how we get on here. Don't know why I'm worried about loading the draft class, because we're not going to be playing past this season. The CPU signed someone for me. So we got DeAndre, we got Mike Conley, we got Giannis, got Kevin Love, and we got Avery Bradley, and we've got Shumpert, Mills, McGarry, Chris Dunn. Maybe I can move him or Grayson Allen on. Charlotte Vaughan's picking up. Yeah, okay. So let's see. I'm sure there's no one in free agency. We haven't really got the cap space to pick anyone up either. No. Okay. So what moves can I make with some of these young players, these rookies? Anyone's going to make me sit up and think, yeah, let's get him. So far, nothing really jumping out at me. Might grab this one for Josh Richardson as a backup, because Rashad Vaughan's my my next backup. Now what can I do? And actually, so that means I can move on. Shumpert, maybe. See what kind of offers I get for him. JJ Barea, Jarrett Jack, Kim Blazemore. No one huge excitement, but I'm going to grab this move and get Slatovic as my backup power forward. PJ Tucker, not too worried about him, but let's get this deal done. Okay, now how are we looking? We've got Mills, Conley, Rashad Vaughn, Avery Bradley, Richardson. I need an improvement at small forward for the backup for sure, but we've got Slatovic backing up Kevin Love, Mitch McGarry, Timothy Mozgov, so maybe I can move one of these two on for an improvement at small forward. So I'll get for Mozgov first. Tony Snell, sorry. Terrell Wright, maybe. Yeah, so let's get Terrell Wright here. It's my backup small forward. And I think, unless there's anything exciting going for Rashad Vaughn. No, all 70s, no real upgrades. Carl Anson, small forward. Yep, let's go with that. And that means I can potentially move on to our right. Okay. So let's run with this team then. Final season. So the final team that we've got going forward. So we've got Mike Conley, Avery Bradley, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak, Kevin Love, and DeAndre Jordan. And we've got Richardson, Anson, Slatovic, and Mitch McGarry at centre. Paddy Mills, backup point guard. Okay, let's see how we get on with this. It's been a bit of a, 3 losses on the bounce. It's been a bit of a frustrating rebuild, this one, because we haven't really had the option to pick up any players that we would have liked in free agency, and aside from that, we picked up some half-decent trades and got a starting lineup that are all in the mid-80s. But it's just not been enough to overturn the Cavaliers, who have just been too strong for us on 2 occasions and knocked us out in the conference finals, which has been a bit gutting. And the way things are looking so far, we're not looking particularly strong this season either. Brandon Knight for Mike Conley. No, let's stick with Conley. I like Brandon Knight. If I'd got offered that maybe in the first season, I would have been tempted to have picked him up, but no such luck this time. So doing okay, second in the conference. Reggie Jackson, is that? For Giannis, no thank you. DeAndre Jordan for Alex Len, no. Lawson Stokes for Avery Bradley, no. Let's skip through the trade deadline, thankfully. No more ridiculous offers like I just received there. That's just mental. I don't know how they do it. I mean, sometimes you get some barnstorming trades offered to you, but more often than not, they are just ridiculous. You might as well just turn them off. And we're on a nice little run here, stacking up them wins. So KD, surprise, surprise, gets most valuable player for the season. 27 points a game, 8 rebounds and 7 assists. Ivan Rabb gets Rookie of the Year. 16 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Brandon Knight gets 6th Man of the Year. 16 points, 3 rebounds and 6 assists. Anthony Davis, Defensive Player of the Year. 22 points a game, 12 rebounds and 2.4 blocks. Christian Wood, Most Improved Player, don't know who he is. Nate McMillan of the Knicks, 62 and 20, gets Coach of the Year. Okay. So pretty much the usual names you'll expect here. We've got DeAndre gets All Defensive First Team at Centre again, surprise, surprise. Now, where are we? So we've got the Bulls first up. We take the 3rd seed in. So we've got Jimmy Butler, Goran Dragic running the point, Evan Turner, Ryan Anson and Nikola Mirotic. So not much of a team here for us to worry about, to be honest. Let's check the game plan really quickly. So we've got Mike Conley, Avery Bradley, Giannis, Kevin Love, DeAndre Jordan, all in the 80s. And then we've got Anson Teletovic. So again, pretty much the same bench, all in the 70s. And I think it's the depth that's given us the problem. We haven't had any real strong players that have been coming off the bench for us as the Bulls take a 2-0 lead in our final season. We bring it back to 2-2. Can we take a 3-2 lead? No, we can't. So it could all be over here. Bring it back to 3-all, and we have got a Game 7. So, always tense. Let's see how we get on here. Take it to Game 7. And we've got a 10-point deficit. I think we've lost this one, guys. Yeah, we have definitely lost it. So, no such luck for us this year. What I will do, just as a kind of closing thing, is I'll push through to free agency, see if there's anyone that crops up. Dion Pope, not much of a pickup. See who happens to be available in free agency. See if there's a player in here that's going to completely revolutionise things for us. Jabari Parker, and that's it. And Avery Bradley, who's dropped in. So, no such luck, and we have failed miserably in the rebuild. Got ourselves into the playoffs 3 times. Got to the conference finals in the first 2 years. But this team was not quite good enough to bring it home for us. So our team was DeAndre Jordan, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Mike Conley, Kevin Love, Paddy Mills and Avery Bradley to finish things off, and it didn't quite work out. So I'm not doing too well in these rebuilds. A 500 record succeeded with the 76ers, failed with the Bucks, so we'll have to see who's up next time around. But this has been Crossy for Eclipse Gaming TV. Thank you very much for watching this. There will be some more videos coming from me because I do now finally have a laptop. So I've got more options to do some streaming, and you'll gradually start to see a few more videos ticking up on the channel. So thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a thumbs up and give me some comments in the comment section. What could I have done better in that challenge? I will more than happily take some feedback, and maybe we'll succeed next time out in the next rebuild. But until then, thank you very much and catch you next time.